All right, guys, got Luke Surber and Dean Hamiti.
Luke, are you still parched from that however long 2-minute scramble there in sudden victory?
Yeah, I didn't really get much water because I did a cool down, and then we had Coach Taylor talk to us, and then I went and saw my family, and then I came right here. So,
What could you talk us through that exchange? What do you remember of it?
yeah, I mean, I was dead to rights like twice, I think. I just kept wrestling. I had my arm extended, and then once I got my hands locked, I'm pretty good. So I sucked it in and got the takedown. But, I mean, I know that I'm pretty hard to take down, so just got to keep wrestling through our position, and I'll score most of the time.
What goes through your mind in those moments that allows you to get out of some of those dead to rights situations?
I mean, it's either I get taken down and I lose, or I figure out a way, and so I just figured out a way to do it. So I kept my hands locked, I kept my hands on the leg and just continued to wrestle through.
DJ, seemed like that one was exciting for you after the match. Just kind of take us through the emotions of it, and obviously pretty dominant performance.
Yeah, I mean, I was just wondering if I got the tech at the end of it. I mean, I heard the buzzer go off and wasn't really sure if I got the tech at the end, but, you know, just always excited to go out there, wrestle a tough guy, and win like that. So.
Did you come into the match thinking that's how that you wanted to dominate from the start?
Yeah, I think that's just how our team is. You know, we want to dominate every single match, and I guess that's a showing of it.
Look, obviously you're part of the team last year.
Mhm.
You know, the offensive efficiency you guys have displayed from this point to now to last year is obviously night and day, just the tendency to get those bonus point wins. What would you attribute that to, holistically, just the growth in that area?
Probably just what Coach Taylor preaches, and then you got guys like DJ and Wyatt and Dustin that make scoring points look easy. You know, that's what you want to go do, you know, so I think we just try to feed off each other, you know, when we got good guys up and down the lineup. You know, you look at our first 3 weights, we get majors, you know, in tough matches. We're just looking to score the whole time, pressing forward. I mean, if you look up and down the lineup, we're going forward the whole time. You know, I feel like even in my match, I didn't score, but I was going forward most of the time, and that's something I've been working on, just going forward the whole time. I got to get to my attacks a little better, but I think just what Coach Taylor's preaching, just score points, you know, not worrying about the outcome.
As a wrestler, do you enjoy scoring more points, obviously, having a coach that emphasizes offense a lot more like David does?
I mean, yeah, I don't think, Coach Smith wanted to score too, but it's just a different, you know, I don't know, just maybe what we're doing a little bit's different. But we're just scoring points right now, but we still got a lot to improve on, and I think we'll be a lot better, you know, the second half, building into our second half and into the postseason.
DJ, what was it kind of like interacting with the crowd? Obviously, like the 3rd or 4th time that you've wrestled there, just kind of what was that moment like?
Yeah, I think it's always special to have a big crowd like that. You know, my first couple of years, I didn't reach even close to that type of crowd, and you know, I like to be an energetic guy. I like to pump up the crowd, and it's always just fun to do that.
What were you thinking when Coach Taylor wanted you to cut him at the end to get the takedown when you could have ridden?
Let's go and get another one. I mean, I'm always looking to score points. I have been for the past 4 years, and I think just honing in on these skills has really improved my game a little bit.
Do you feel like there was a turning point in your match when it goes from, all right, I'm in control to win it, to, all right, the tech is in range?
I think the first period, you know, getting 2 takedowns that fast really sets kind of a pace for the match. You know, it gives him a little bit of doubt and gives me a little bit of improvement.
174 is a commonly discussed weight. There's there's national champion Levi Haynes, national champion Keegan O'Toole. Those two are set to wrestle potentially this weekend. Will you watch that match?
Maybe. You know, I'm always just focusing on myself and how I can be better, and I think that's another staple of our team. You know, we're focusing on getting better ourselves and not really worrying about the future. We're staying in the present and working on what we could do better from this match.
Luke, going back to high school, I can remember you being a pretty good scrambler. What did you do when you were littler, and kind of like helped you to get to that level? Because getting wrestling through what you're wrestling through right there is pretty wild to see.
Yeah. So there was this guy, you know him, Tanner Literal.
Yeah.
He was super good at scrambling, and I remember my dad was a high school coach, and so I would go like after school and I'd hang out there, and Tanner was in junior high, and so I remember I would wrestle him, like just roll around, like mess around, and so I think he was kind of funky, and so just being able to wrestle with him, you know, just helped me develop that. And then now going in here with Coach Taylor, I mean, obviously, like, he didn't show it in his matches a lot because he was so offensive, but he can freaking scramble, so it helps me a lot, you know, scrambling with him. We had some pretty crazy scrambles like that, just rolling around at practice, so it's pretty fun.
DJ, what'd you take away? You had a tough match, 74 at Bedlam against Sachs, tough final against Vegas. Or against Norman at Vegas. What were your takeaways from those two tougher bouts?
Just really being able to pick and choose well, picking up on my opponent's like tendencies in my matches. You know, against Lorenzo, he's very long, lengthy like me, so it's hard to wrestle against guys like that. Him and Sachs are both long and lengthy, so I really have to get to their leg. But you know, when I pick up tendencies like people who are hard on their feet, I know I can pick pretty easily. So.
How important is the move up to 174 been for your output overall?
It's great. You know, I have more energy every day. I come in feeling pretty normal all the time. Don't get tired, and the legs don't get as sore, and just can eat more. So it's good.
Luke, you dropped that match to Andy at Vegas. What did you learn from that match that you maybe applied here?
I think that match there was like 1 or 2 exchanges, and I just had to have more exchanges because I knew they'd favor me. I had a couple times where I think I could have scored. I had to take down, I felt twice, and then on top, I was going for the turn. I probably could have rode him and just got the win. But I think it's good to make mistakes and wrestle through that. But I think just the more exchanges I do, the more it's going to favor me in wrestling positions, getting in scrambles, getting to the legs. I still need to get my offense going a little bit more, but just the more wrestling positions, the better it's going to be for me.
Do you guys have a favorite teammate to watch? Or are you like, oh, I got to be out there whenever whoever wrestles?
I like to watch Reese.
Yeah.
You know, he just kind of throws people whenever he wants and does crazy moves all the time, and it's really fun to watch him. I really like watching Troy too. He's very offensive and has a lot of pressure on his opponents, and I think he's a good example of our team.
Yeah, I'd say those two, because those are the only matches I really get to watch, because once it gets to 41, I kind of go and start doing my own thing, getting prepared. I think it'd be pretty fun to watch DJ, but I don't really get to watch him that much because I'm warming up. But I get to hear the crowd, so.
Anything else, guys? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.